Off we go to a new adventure. And let me tell you, no matter how many times have I traveled before and how many times have I promised myself that I will actually take a span to the airport, I usually end up taking a Bolt. But it is what it is. I already accepted my fate. I had a 7 a.m. flight and wake up time was brutal. I actually didn't sleep at all, but most importantly, I made it on time, and this is what counts. It was the very first time that I flew from Terminal 1, and let me tell you, until that moment I didn't realize how big the Berlin International Airport actually is. It took me 15 minutes to get to my gate. But I must say the whole airport experience that morning was very, very smooth. I even got a window seat because somebody didn't show up and I changed my seat. And oh boy, was that a good day to have a window seat. Look at this view. It was dawn. It was shortly after 7. You could see the snow. You could see the beautiful lights of the city, clear sky. It was absolutely amazing. And just like that, after 1.5 hours in the sky, I landed in Geneva and headed straight to have some breakfast because I was very, very hungry. My energy was very low. I had a quiche and a cappuccino, and to be honest, I was very positively surprised because first of all, it was very yummy, and second of all, it wasn't that expensive as for Switzerland and as for airport food. I actually paid only 8.70 for the quiche and 6.50 for cappuccino, so the grand total was around 16 francs. Not bad. After that, I quickly did some computer work and headed to the train station that was connected to the airport. It was very spacious and clean and even had some palm trees, which was a very nice effect. I roamed around a little bit and then checked my connections to Geneva city because my plan was to spend a few hours there. Hello and greetings from Geneva. I made it. I am barely alive. Like I say, almost every of my travel vlog. I had a 7 a.m. flight and I didn't sleep a minute tonight. I slept a little bit in the plane, but there was maybe like an hour of napping. But I'm also very, very excited to finally be here. Geneva welcomed me with rain. So initially I was really ready to just go straight to Chamonix, which is the main destination and the main goal of my trip. But ever since I discovered that it only takes 20 minutes to go to Geneva, I thought I might as well just, go take a nice walk and then head to my hotel in the mountains. I really, really hope that there will be snow when I arrive, because when I was leaving, Berlin had a lot of snow and Geneva and Chamonix had the rain in the weather forecast. Right now I see that there is actually a lot of rain. I really, really hope that some of the snow will be left because I really wanted to experience the winter wonderland. But yeah, fingers crossed. Right after I recorded this update, I went straight to the info point where I found out that it takes actually as little as 7 minutes to get to the city if you take any of the trains, which is what I did. The ticket also didn't cost a fortune. It was only 3 Swiss francs, so not a lot. But now that I think about it, I guess I could be a little bit biased because I think I set my expectations very, very high, meaning I expected everything to be so expensive. So when I pay 3 Swiss francs for 7 minutes ride, I don't think it's a lot, but you let me know, do you think it's a lot or not? After said 7 minutes, I finally reached Geneva, and to be honest, this is when the tiredness started hitting me a little bit. I had a heavy backpack on my back. I was running on really no sleep, and on top of that it was raining, but still I decided that I'm ready to go and discover. And just a little disclaimer, it was not my first time in Geneva. I already came here at least 5 times, but it was the very first time on my own. After a little walk, I headed to have some ramen. I actually researched this place before coming here. I was craving ramen for a few days, and I also thought it's going to be an amazing option for me on a cold and rainy day. It was truly a great choice, and I can only recommend that you come here. For the ramen I paid 25 Swiss francs and for the tea 7. On my way back to the bus, I made a little stop at the chocolate store. It's not like I don't know how it tastes, but I thought, well, I'm in Switzerland, I deserve it. So I had a little piece. And my little day adventure was over. I reached the bus, and this is basically when the day ended for me because I slept as soon as we started driving. And then, what do you know? A little less than 2 hours later, I woke up in a winter wonderland. My hotel was only 6 minutes away by walk, which is around 10 minutes in these conditions. And I finally arrived. So now, it's a very funny story how I ended up here. Long story short, I really wanted to revisit Chamonix, and on the occasion of being here, I also wanted to shoot some content and show you a very nice hotel which I knew from my traveling as a tour guide days. So to secure the best deal possible, at the beginning of September, I booked this one room for 2 people for the price of 120 euro for 2 nights. That literally makes 30 euros per person if you come with someone. Okay, but what does this have to do with this hotel? Well, good morning. I had the best night sleep ever. I think I went to sleep around 10 or maybe after 10, and I woke up around 9:30. In fact, it's very funny because I was waking up quite a lot in the morning, meaning I had enough sleep, but I was purposefully making myself sleep more. And one of the last dreams that I had was that I dreamt that I slept for 24 hours. So then I thought, oh my god, I already slept for 24 hours. I have to get up. And then also I heard knocking, but that's already in real life, like a knocking to my door. And I ignored it because I thought, somebody's confused. And then the person is knocking again. And so I'm okay, fine. And it took me a minute to get to the door because, well, I sleep naked sometimes. So I was looking for like a rope. I find the rope. I go to the door. It was the cleaning guy who saw that I was half asleep at 9:30. And he was like, oh no, you're good. And he went away. I think now it's a little bit after 10. I return to bed because you know what, I always go on these trips and try to do as much as possible, which is just my personality, I would say. Not even do as much as possible, but I definitely like to move. I like to be active, so I usually walk a lot, and I'm happy when I do that. But the day before the trip, I had a little bit of an accident, I would say. So somebody riding a bike crashed onto me, and that happened in the evening, like literally the evening before the morning I left. And I injured both of my knees and like my leg, so it's a little bit painful. And also I feel like I was very tired and sleep deprived from Black Week craziness. So now that I think that actually I'm in a hotel in mountains that also has some very nice spa in it that I already paid for, I think I'm gonna take advantage of that. So my plan for today is to go and chill at the spa, and then I will go out and, roam around, I guess. And then for tomorrow, this is where the cherry on top comes. And I'm planning to go to Mont Blanc tomorrow because it's supposed to be sunny today. It's supposed to be mostly like right now, like a normal white winter weather, with some snow in between. But tomorrow it's gonna be nice, sharp weather. So I thought it's the perfect conditions to go on top of the mountain. But yeah, now I'm very excited to rest a little bit more. And that's exactly what I did, starting with a very nice bath infused with some Nuxe cosmetics. By the way, the hotel has a partnership with them. Hashtag luxurious. I just got out of bath, and let me tell you, this honey infused bath alone did me so well. I'm really feeling so good, so relaxed right now. I don't know if you can say it on my face, I still look very, very visibly tired. I don't think that one night of good sleep and 1 day of relaxation is gonna fix the chronic stress, chronic tiredness problem, but definitely I recognize it's a good step in the right direction. With that being said, I'm planning to take my sweet time today, really immersing myself in the relaxation experience. One of the upsides of traveling alone is that you're absolutely free to do whatever you want. If you want to spend half day doing skincare and beauty rituals, nobody can tell you anything. And I was fully planning on doing some beauty rituals here because I brought quite a lot of nice cosmetics with me, including various face masks, feet masks, hand masks, and all of the other treatments. After I was done pampering myself, I headed down to the spa and wellness area. Out of respect for everybody's privacy, I didn't film a lot of footage here. Overall, it was very pleasant. The spa had sauna, hammam, ice bath, and much more. It was very relaxing and very quiet. After roughly 3 hours there, I felt like a new human being. There were no kids and majority of the people inside were couples, which I can totally understand because it was very pleasant. At the reception of spa, you can get yourself some very nice Nuxe cosmetics. And oh my god, was I tempted to get something, but I remembered that Christmas is coming and I'm still to buy some gifts. On the next day, I was prepared to conquer the highest peak in Europe. Here is me, by the way, getting absolutely out of my comfort zone, but I decided I'm not gonna hide anymore, and as I progress, I'm still going to show up as I am. Technically, you could say I overcame one mountain even before heading to Mont Blanc. So once I was fully dressed in my beautiful, warm and cozy set, I headed up to the ticket office, only to find out it was closed. No. You might be asking yourself, how did that happen? And let me tell you, I discovered that there is actually a downside to booking things in advance. So let me tell you that story so you don't make my mistake as we walk through the beautiful streets of Chamonix. So remember when I told you that I booked this hotel deal in September? I have come to find out that the cable car is closed every year from the 6th of November until the 22nd of December. When I was making my arrangements 3 months ago, everything seemed just fine. And to be honest, I cannot say that there was no information about it on the website. I might have as well just overlooked it. Now I will simply never know. But you know what? I was sad for maybe around 10-15 minutes, and afterwards I decided to make the most out of the day that I had in Chamonix. After all, I was in one of the Europe's most beautiful places, and ever since I didn't make it this time, I believe this is simply a reason for me to come back. After all, I am a believer that everything happens for a reason, and it just had to happen this way, and I'm okay with that. I could have gone to a glacier as an alternative, but because my bus was in the afternoon and I was a little bit scared to miss it, I just decided to stay in. So I fully soaked up this ski resort town type of atmosphere until I got hungry and I went to eat something. To be honest, there were around 4 or even 5 Indian restaurants in the city, so lured by the amazing smell of food, I ended up going to one of them. You could judge me by not eating fondue, but this is definitely one of the dishes to be shared, so maybe next time. As we are slowly approaching the end of this wonderful vlog, let me finally reveal how did I end up in the hotel and what is the exact price breakdown for the entire trip. Around a month ago, I got a call from the hotel that I initially booked telling me that they are opening after the season break on the 2nd of December, and I booked myself from the 1st until the 3rd, and they can only allocate me on the 2nd. However, they can move me to their partner hotel, which by the way is an upgrade because I booked 3-star and the hotel that I ended up in was a 4-star hotel. So I didn't think twice when they told me I don't have to pay any price difference, and I'm actually getting the deal of my life because the prices off season at this hotel start at 105 euros per night. And when I thought about it, even if I come alone and pay the 60 euro a night, it's only a tiny bit more expensive than buying a day pass at the Berlin spa. Except I'm in French Alps. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed traveling with me and experiencing everything from my point of view. As I promised, here I wanted to share with you the breakdown of the costs and show you that going to Switzerland, going to the French Alps in winter doesn't have to be crazy expensive at all. few more important facts just for reference. I booked my flight tickets around 3 weeks before leaving. I flew with EasyJet both ways and I didn't pay for any extra services, meaning I only traveled with my hand luggage. When it comes to the bus companies, I use BlaBlaCar Bus and Swiss Tours. And a little disclaimer once again, if I booked the Heliopic hotel from the very beginning, the price would be a little different. I got this amazing deal because I was upgraded, but I also did calculation on that. In case I have inspired you to go and visit Chamonix, please let me know. I'm very happy to hear your feedback. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because more winter travel content is coming very, very soon. Au revoir!